Hey, everybody. That's my pop in for today. I'm Black Pedro. It's just going to be me, Dro Solo. Like we said yesterday, you know what it is. Thank you for those who are here. I'll keep talking while we build the building. But Savage AF is the show. I am Black Pedro. Usually there's a Negro to my virtual right named Shang, comedian Shang. But he is not here today. He is on his way to Vegas. Yeah. Dirty at 12:30, South Point Casino. You can catch Shang tonight. 12:30 a.m. Technically, it's Saturday morning by then, but you know, it's a late Friday night show called Dirty at 12:30. It's legendary in Vegas, South Point Casino. It's like that first casino you get to, way down there, way at the bottom, right at the southern point of Vegas, South Point. So go check that out, man. You know what it is, man. I am here for you though, just like we are every day. Monday through Friday, live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. That being said, Monday and Friday, that's on YouTube and Facebook live, same time, right? Now, if Mondays and Fridays we're on at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, today's Friday, hence the start time. Tuesday through Thursday, typically. All right, get off my case if we're a little late or we miss one, okay? Tuesday through Thursday, typically we're on at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That being said, oh shit. See, you know, Shane usually handles all the buttons and the visual and all the fucking sound effects and shit. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen, if you ever miss us live on YouTube or Facebook, that's why you need to be tapped in to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/C/SavageAFWorld. When I say C, I kind of said it like Spanish, yes, but I mean like just a lowercase c, the letter. All one word. It's scrolling at the bottom. You see it. Don't let it go. Okay. So that's what it is, y'all. Instagram. Make sure you get us there at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang. For those who don't like to watch, you know what I mean? I like to watch. I'm nasty like that. But for those who don't like to watch, cover your eyes. You just want to hear, which is weirder. If you just put your ear to the wall and listen, that's weird. You might as well watch at that point. But whatever. For those who do, we can get us wherever you get your podcasts. Okay, all the platforms. That is that simple. Wherever you get podcasts from, you can find us, and that's what it is, man. Thank y'all for checking in, man. I truly appreciate it. Breezy JJ's, you're number one. Queen B, Maya Baker, Coochie Damas in the house. Always predicting the future of Coochie. I like that. Pamela Knox, well, Knox. Bronda, I see you. Ronald, what's going down? Christina Brown, that's what's going down. Okay. Lady Hazel May, I see you all day. All right, Ev Gatlin. Okay, thank you. Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate it, man. Once again, Shang, for those who are just tuning in, he's going to be live for you tonight in Vegas at South Point Casino, the Dirty at 12:30. Great show in Vegas, and it's finally back. So get at it, man. Go get it if you're out there. That being said, it's a Dro Solo edition of Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's our motto. Yeah, man, we're friendly over here. Don't worry. Cheers to you, Ron. I'm not drinking right now. I'm going to take a yoga class after this. And it already makes me almost throw up because that shit is hard work. So I can't do that drunk. So we're going to hold off and cheers later. You know what it is. Lady Hazel May, you in the car. Keep your eyes on the road, girl. That's what it is. Pam Knox want to watch you. You would, girl. You see, you okay, girl. You there. Okay. I see you. Yeah, because just listening sometimes that's, you know, I get it. But yeah, some people are driving. Some people don't have vision. So, you know, I get that. And we're here for you ear-wise as well. All right, man. So it is Friday, February 18th, 2022, the year of our Lord, Savage AF is the name of the show. I'm Black Pedro, your solo host for today. Break a leg out there, comedian Shang. We see you, bro. Today's run up, we're only gonna talk about two things, man. I'm gonna keep it. It won't be light, but we're gonna keep it down to two things today because it's just me. And like I said, it always feels like I'm doing some video diary in front of the world, or 13 people or whatever. And it gets weird for me personally as an experience to just be talking by myself and not it's not really a conversation. I think they call that schizophrenia potentially. So whatever. I'll be fine as long as I take my medication. Today's show, we're gonna end. There's no pop in or no Shangri because why am I popping? I'm the only one here. I already popped in. It's just it don't work with just me. I'm here. Just the whole show is a pop in today, and Shang's not here, so there's no Shangri. So I do want to end the show on a lighter note, which is just a hint that we're gonna start off heavy today. But on a lighter note, 19 officers in Austin, Texas have been indicted by a Texas grand jury for their excessive force and violence in 2020 George Floyd protests. Maybe that'll be a lighter note. Relative to what we're going to start with today. 2 years for white tears. The murder of Daunte Wright, Kim Potter. She was sentenced to 2 years. Is actually only going to serve 16 months. And then the last part of the sentence, which I guess would be 8 months, should be under like supervision. All right. So again, I guess I'll start with I don't know. Ooh, Breezy want to watch too. Y'all nasty. Okay. And Queen Bee says, "Stop rambling, get on with it." Go. This is the whole show gonna be a ramble. It's just me. Talk. That's my whole point. I'm gonna be rambling the whole show. That's the weird part. Anyways, back to the realness. This is in Minnesota. For the, I don't know what rock you've been under, but just real quick, Daunte Wright pulled over for having an air freshener hanging from his window at first, and then I guess his tags were expired, and young brother tried to make a run for it as they were gonna handcuff him. And Kim Potter pulls out her gun, yelling "Taser, taser, taser!" with a, clearly what's a gun in her hand. Shoots him one time and kills him, or he dies. I believe he drove off, so I don't think he died instantly, but Daunte Wright was his name. Say his name, and she always seemed genuinely shocked afterwards, like she had made a mistake. Even if it is that, it's an egregious one. You can't, it's like Chris Rock said, there's just some jobs you can't have bad apples or mistakes like that, right? Like being a cop is one of them. So she, did get convicted by a jury in her trial. But today was her sentencing, Kim Potter, that is. And the judge, oh man, I'm sorry, I don't have her name. I forgot to look that up. I just realized that. But this judge, she gave Kim Potter 2 years when the state recommendation is 6 to 8 for discharge. So there's a few things that happen here, right? When Daunte Wright's mother, who is a white woman, and later that's the white tears reference in the name of this segment here, but she was crying in court on the mic, giving her, sort of statement on, just where their life is since this incident, since the murder of her son. And, Kim Potter today, to her credit, much better job of crying as well. I don't know if the acting lessons paid off or if she actually start to feel something. But she was in there, not the huff and puff that like her and Kyle Rittenhouse did the first time, but like this time she seemed emotional. Now in that, and Dante Wright's mother pointed this out, the judge didn't do shit. But when Kim Potter got up there and was apologizing and crying, the judge got teary-eyed as well, and got tearful as she was handing out the sentence. So you seem to have a judge who's very, 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 very sympathetic to the polices. Um, and I think Van Jones, I heard him call it an abuse of discretion, which I thought was a great way to put it. Um, where yes, a judge can move in and outside of the framework of state recommendations for sentencing in some instances, but like 16 months, man, that's like barely a year, a year and 4 months or something like that. Like it's like, come on, man. Like she took somebody's life and she had been on the force long enough. She's been trained on it. It's pretty hard to tell the difference between, to confuse a gun and a taser. It's got to be more than this, right? How y'all feel about it, man? Yeah, Maya Baker says she watched and took notes from Kyle Rittenhouse. This time she actually produced tears, so I guess it's a better performance. Queen B says, am I shocked? I mean, at this point, you would have just did, yeah, I mean, a little bit. I think everybody is, because it's like she got convicted. So that was supposed to be the shocking part, the hurdle. And you think most of the time when it gets to the judge that they just follow the guidelines, shut the fuck up and get out of there. Yeah, Chris Dean knows people who got convicted for weed with longer sentences. Pam Knox is disappointed. I'm definitely disappointed, but I am a little bit like, I mean, damn, judge, what the fuck is anybody know her name? I gotta look this fucking judge up. Sorry. Boom. Let me do this. I'll find it for you guys. But anyways, yeah, like Pam Knox, I'm definitely disappointed. Maya can bring up tears on cue also. But I'm saying the first time she didn't do it. So this time I think she really worked on her acting chops. I don't know if she got some onion juice that she got to wipe in on herself, but whatever. She produced some tears this time. And it looked like her tears. What hit was Dante Wright was like, white tears trumped justice. And she was like, and I thought my white tears would help, but obviously they were no match or something like that. Like I was like, damn, she was pointing out white on white tear crime. You know what I mean? Where her white tears got trumped because she's crying for, a black man. You call him mixed, whatever. There's, society gonna call him black. He's treated black, his daddy black. So she's crying over a black man. And, I think that was a poignant moment to realize that America, we realize it, but it highlights how little black lives matter, how little they matter. Because, Kim Potter was crying or trying to cry the first time, basically to save her ass. Let me see. Kim Potter judge. I want to find this woman's name. Judge Regina Chu, of Asian descent, or Asian American, I should say. Regina Chu. That's the judge we're looking at right now. Like, this could have been a motherfucker say what. I didn't feel like a jingle was appropriate to start this one off today, for real. A little upset as well, mad, angry, as well as surprised. Especially a woman of color. I don't know if that's always supposed to mean something. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just like, judges, they say they're supposed to be neutral and not have no, remove themselves from it. But they're humans. They're human beings. So you would expect her to have some kind of sympathy that went towards the. And I hadn't watched this trial in too much detail. Other than her, Kim Potter's, day of babbling gibberish. But it seems like the judge had been a little cop forward or, police friendly the whole time. And that was extremely evident today. It's just like, I don't know. It's just kind of, to do that in a public on record, to have the judge in there crying for the killer, because she has to give her 2 years or whatever, 16 months. And that 2 year shit sounds bad, but it's worse. It's only 16 months in jail. Now let's hope Kim Potter goes nuts, forms a gang in prison, and starts, shoveling coke through the pipeline, gets caught. Then she'll do more time. But as long as she doesn't get into any bullshit, she'll be out in 16 months, man. I think it takes longer to become a mechanic at DeVry or Mototech. Nigga, you can't learn to fix no motorcycle in 16 months. You got hands-on training. Whatever, man. I know we mad. I know we sad. Some aren't surprised. I was surprised that the judge did this. She could have at least been sentenced to 6 years. That's the state minimum guideline. So to knock 4.5 years off of that, it's pretty egregious, I think. And like Van Jones said, an abuse of discretion. I like that phrase, man. It's an abuse of power for sure. Savage AF, man. Speaking of power, we have it for you guys Monday through Friday, live YouTube, Facebook, simultaneously. Mondays and Fridays, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Tuesday through Thursday, 6 p.m. on the West Coast. That's how we do it out here. Anybody else grow up on the like the East Coast or Eastern Standard Time, like I did in Detroit? And you would I remember, especially after watching like football on Sunday afternoon, and after the last game, they'd be like, "We now return you to your local news, except on the West Coast." And I'd always be like, what do they do on the West Coast? And then I've been out here and I live out here now, and I realize we just drink more because now it's the middle of the day and all the football's over and my buzz is going down. So let's keep drinking, guys. It's 6 o'clock. All right, man. Savage AF, you know what it is. We got some Pittsburgh out there. I see you, man. All right, man. So Miranda, what up, though? I see you. Maya, New York, Detroit, also St. Louis. I've been on the run from the feds. I know that life, girl. You'll find somewhere to settle down, mama. I feel you. What up, though? All right, so on a lighter note, guys, maybe while we see a cop, kind of virtually get away with killing an unarmed black man, Kim Potter killing Dante Wright gets 16 months. I don't know. We do have a bright spot here where 19 officers are indicted in Austin, Texas, or 19 Austin, Texas police officers were indicted for their, violence and, abusive force during 2020 riots, around the killing of George Floyd. Sorry, excuse me. So, I say on a lighter note because, this is a Texas grand jury looking at evidence and saying, yes, crimes were committed here by 19 different officers. But, given the backdrop of the way shit has gone historically, every now and then you might get some justice, and but most of the time we don't. I'm like, is this maybe we should take Vegas odds on this? Like, out of 19, how many do you think are actually going to be convicted or have anything happen to them? We don't have any details yet. None of the officers have actually been arrested yet. So according to Texas law, I guess you can't release, indicted individuals' information until they are actually arrested. Um, yeah. Christine noted that 16 months is jail time. You only go to prison for 24 months or more. And, we've talked about the differences between prison and jail. Um, Vastly different. Welcome to the jungle makes motherfucking jail look like prison makes jail look like, you know, Montessori preschool, baby. We just learning the basics here. So Maya Baker says it's just optics. Back to our current story here. They're just sacrificial lambs. These 19 officers, I presume you mean. Yeah, it does though. Well, and I guess we'll have to see what kind of, if any kind of convictions come into fruition. And again, I'm wondering what the odds are, what the ratio will be of, actually, convictions versus indictments out of these 19. But it does, begin to sort of officially um, fortify the notion that the cops were out there instigating, escalating, and just outright sometimes the aggressors themselves in a lot of these riot situations around America. And, Texas trips me out because everybody's like, we all have our Texas complaints or whatever. If you're not a Texan, it's like, it's a very southern thing. But then you get to this special place called Austin, which is the capital, where University of Texas is. And it's, South by Southwest go down there. It's known as like this little liberal bubble out there in Texas. And but then I'm like, but it's the state capital. It's like where they passed the abortion laws, like, which doesn't necessarily reflect that immediate community, but it's still Texas, Austin. I'm sorry. So when Austinians, is that what they're called? Austiners? I'm going with Austinians. It makes you sound smarter. Austin, take it. Austinians, when they got out in the streets to protest the death of George Floyd, apparently at least from 19 officers, as this indictment identifies, they faced aggression from these cops. So we need to start compiling, some, official victories that that support the reality of cops in these protest situations and how they react, and then escalate situations, and which should be outside of their training and is not why they're there. So yeah, man, I can't I can't call it. This isn't a victory yet. Okay, so I'm not here in celebration of this indictment of 19 officers in Austin. We need convictions. Okay, so probably going to be a while before we get to the end of this road. Again, I don't know if they're all being indicted as a group or if they're like multiple charges on individual levels. I'm not sure of those details yet, but we're getting some numbers in here. Maya Baker says she bets 4 cleared, 2 convicted, 5 indicted, 6 reprimanded, 2 will resign. Well, you got real specific there. Who you know in Austin. But it by your numbers here, I'm saying that it looks like not much conviction going on, or at least as you believe, Maya. So I'm hoping for 19 for 19, baby. Let's go. I mean, because if a grand jury saw enough to indict these guys, that means that they're at least as they saw it, there's some solid evidence on each one of these individuals. So why not? Do your job. prosecutor, whoever is going to end up doing this. AJ Fitz said always record cops. Yeah, man. If you're not the one getting beat, please get it on film. We need it. But yeah, that we have to, because they shady with the body cams if they even have them, and you can't trust the fucking jailers in the system to fix the system. You know what I mean? You just can't. That's not it. I'm gonna start blocking these Russian troll bot things too. I don't know what's going on. It's weird. Y'all see them in the comment section every now and then. It'll be like skibbly.org6 or some shit. I'm like, man, yeah. Austinians. All right, man. So we'll move on from this because and I said we were only going to talk about two things, but there is one thing I just want to, since I'm rambling, one thing I want to ramble about just hit my head. Maybe I'll type a banner for it. Maybe I won't. What shall I call this? To yay or not to yay? Let me see. So they got this. I think it's on Netflix, right? This okay. So first of all, I do want to, without going too much into it, touch on this finally Kim and Kanye situation, because I mean I usually don't stay in this space, but it seems to have gotten to a level of like, really dangerous behavior from a powerful individual. Where yeah, Kanye is obviously a musical genius, but out of his goddamn mind, right? Like, just not, not all there. The genius has cost him some things. That's just what it is. Okay. To the point where, his family, like his soon to be ex-wife and kids are, in danger now because, of his actions and, his kind of like protective cocoon of fans and crazies and stands or whatever you want to call them that have built themselves around him. Pam, completely mental. Kanye is. I mean, and this is like without going into. I don't need a psychology degree or to be a psychologist, a psychiatrist. To that boy crazy. I've seen crazy on the street. I know what they look like. You ain't got to diagnose a motherfucker every time. So it's gone beyond like circus reality show to like some real life. We're kind of like watching a man bully and abuse. Not even kind of. We are watching a man bully and abuse his wife in front of the world. And some of y'all may recall, like, I think it was like last year sometime where I just, I kind of intervened in a street situation. Me and my homeboy Brian, because I can't really deal with like just watching that shit. So and not that I can directly do anything about this Kim and Kanye situation other than run my mouth, but in the midst of all of that, he somebody, I can't remember where I was reading this, but he does this thing and it's just like this cycle where it's like you say some crazy insane shit or do something insane and then you drop some pro-black shit, you know what I mean, that sounds righteous as fuck, and then people are like, yeah, the revolution is in Kanye's boots, and then he does some toxic shit, then says some crazy shit or does some, and then says some pro-black shit and gets the people back again, and it's this cycle, and he's got these people running on this wheel. And in the midst of all of that, he's got this Netflix documentary out called Genius. And everybody, not everybody, but I've seen a lot of, comments of just in support and how genius and great it is, and how prophetic he was, and everything he said he was going to do, he did. And it's like, yeah, but like he's also abusing his wife in front of the world. So like, what's really more important? So when I say to yay or not to yay, there was a part of me for a quick second that was like, man, I do kind of want to see this. You know, I do want to see this documentary, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he's a interesting dude, but in that sense, and as an artist myself, maybe there's some inspiration there, or whatever. And then I'm like, you know what? That nigga crazy, man. Like, I don't need to know. Like, all right, so the nigga accomplished his goals. Yay. There's so many other motherfuckers who have done that in life. And I literally mean yay, like yay, bitch. Like it's so many motherfuckers in this world who have accomplished their goals, who've said out loud, I'm going to do this, and then they get it done. And they are not also a piece of shit like Kanye. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, just mentally unstable, yes, needs help, yes. But when he doesn't get that help and he's not mentally stable, he's a piece of shit. Like outside of a studio or a booth or whatever, he's a fucking piece of shit, man. I kicked him off of my iTunes many, many moons ago. There's still a few beats, that from some, like another artist rapping on his beats. I ain't dumped everything, but all his solo shit or whatever, man. Like it's gone, man. It's been out of my shit. So I'm like you, Pam. I'm not gonna watch. But if anybody has watched, or I would be interested to hear your comment and how you feel about it. AJ Fitz said Yeezy disappeared for a minute and came back chubby. Maybe he was cloned. No, he was coned, as in ice cream coned. That nigga was at motherfucking, what's that shit called? Where they make your ice? I can't even. I haven't had ice cream in a long time. But yeah, man, he got chunkified. Now if they had hung him upside down at the Super Bowl, yeah, that nigga would have looked like a black ass pumpkin pinata. But I guess overall, I'm just a person that can separate the person from the talent, whatever field, but I don't want to, right? Like, I think that, people who are genius and very talented and have brought these moments to our lives that mean so much to us, should still be held accountable when they break the law or, commit crimes or are just, a piece of shit, outside of their talent. That it's not okay to like be an asshole just because you have talent. Like, I don't think that's an excuse to be a bad person. Some people can't help it, wired, differently, whatever. But when we look past that behavior because they're making everybody around them money, it only feeds that behavior, and it never makes that person a better person. And so it's a lack of love for that person, to be honest. To continue to support Kanye West at this point, like wholeheartedly, be like, yeah, man, go Kanye, and they're just trying to tear you down, whatever. You're doing him such a grand disservice, and you don't even understand, for those who are doing it, that you are not helping this man out at all. At no point will he ever learn to change his behavior if you continue to support him, no matter how he behaves. You let the kid run wild, that motherfucker gonna be bad forever. So when we take our money away, our support away from these endeavors, whether it's the NFL or Kanye West or the Kardashians too, don't be, like, I'm go live your life, girl. But there's something going on in that family, man. Them motherfuckers eat souls up like Campbell soup. Woo! Out the can, my nigga. So yeah, Carolina boss, that boy crazy. That nigga crazy. That's a old Richard Pryor joke, man. So, but understand that part of his genius, like, oh, and that when I was referring to that, whoever wrote the thing about the cycle that Kanye goes through, they compared it to one other person, Donald J Trumpty Dumpty. So you got to understand that part of what is genius about them is that they understand how to manipulate their fans. Both Trumpty Dumpty and Yeezy Weezy. They know what they're doing in that sense. They might be mega egomaniac, psychopath, sociopathic horror monkeys, but they know how to manipulate their fan base so that they can behave however they want to and never lose that support. So for those who are still on the Ye bandwagon, please take your eyes off the man for a minute and let him feel what it feels like to have consequences, like real for your action, like on a grand career wise. He has enough money. He don't need any more of your money. That nigga don't need any more of anybody's money. So let's give him a break. Take a break. Cause I don't want to watch this. And yeah, narcissists, I can't stand that shit. You know what I'm saying? Usually because I'm more handsome than they are. You see what I did? Anyways, man, I gave y'all a little bonus topic off the fly. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. This is called Freestyle Show. Freestyle hosting, nigga. What's up? That being said, that's all the freestyle I got for you today, guys. This is Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. That's our motto. This was the Dro Solo edition. Again, before we get up out of here, Comedian Shang is live tonight at the South Point Casino. The Dirty at 12:30 show. 12:30 a.m. tonight. A.m. tonight. I know it's oxymoronic, contradictory there. Does it quite, something don't feel right. Paradoxical maybe, but like it's a.m. tonight. It's 12:30 a.m. tonight. Dirty at 12:30, South Point Casino, Las Vegas, Nevada. If you're in the Los Angeles area, next week, the 25th of February, I will be at the Comedy Chateau in North Hollywood, 7:30 p.m. So you can catch Black Pedro live at that. We'll have more info for you as the week goes on. Get into your weekend clean and mean, man. You know what I'm saying? Be a machine. Stay running. Stay gunning. Keep your fingers out your nose. Unless it's running. I didn't know I was going to do that.